Matters not on the agenda. Yes.
Good evening. My name is Jordan Glass. I represent Hill Harbor. First, Councilwoman Keith, I want to apologize for our miscommunication. When last time I wanted to ask you a question, I commented that you were out of the room for the opening part of my statement. It was not by way of criticism. It was because I didn't want to blindside you with a question when you hadn't heard the background. Unfortunately, my question was derailed by an interruption thread of the conversation. I then suffered what I consider to be an inappropriate use of terminus via parens patriae, which brings us to tonight. Matters are to be discussed, not sidestepped. The council exists to serve the city of Rye and the people of Rye, nothing less. In that context, I bring you another of Rye's interesting violations. There's a house where work was performed without an electrical permit. This house also had demolition work performed without a permit. It was also in violation of the fire code. In replacing a steam heating system with a forced air system, asbestos was handled without a permit. The house had one of two kitchens removed without a permit. It had gas and electrical lines handled in derogation of the safety and permit codes. It has been represented to the public to be one thing, when in fact it was by law another. It created a safety hazard for its occupants and the fire department because illegal gas and electrical work was performed. The house was purchased in the 1990s and there was ample time for correction. It has been represented to the public over and over to have had renovations of the type requiring permits. It has a bedroom completed and advertised on the third floor attic, though there is no fire escape as required by local and state law. The house has been rented over the last decade, and it appears, based on the MLS listings, that it has brought close to $500,000 in revenue to its owners. The City of Rye has been deprived of the permit fees associated with the construction. It has also been deprived of applicable tax revenues. The City of Rye has been deprived of a house in compliance with its code, placing residents of Rye, presumably including children since it is advertised as a 4-bedroom house, and the members of the fire department in unnecessary and reckless peril. The fact that no fire has occurred, you will know full well, does not mitigate having flouted the law nor justify the risk. The owners were not new Americans unfamiliar with their obligations. They were not impoverished. They had no Jean Valjean excuse. We calculate the benefit to the owners based upon the 2 illegal extra bedrooms and improper unpermitted construction to be in the neighborhood of $130,000. This 2-family house was illegally converted to a 1-family house with construction and permitting codes for fire, safety, electrical, gas, plumbing, and water, all violated, flouted, and ignored. The house finally received its first violation in July of 2011. Now, before you decide that this is a personal attack, let's be clear. All I wanted was a discussion to which I am entitled in my representation of various residents. But when one acts like a king in a country, no matter how small or large the fiefdom one controls, and shuts down peaceable communication because of its discomfiture or inconvenience, our justified response is to remove the offending actors. This House raises the conflicts of interests issue as to permitting to a new level in other matters I have brought to you before. And more than you can know, it absolutely agitates me to go in this direction in this process. The house is at 13 Richard Place. It belongs to the mayor.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Packet that I'd like to hand out to the board. You could go over that later. It's in reference to Mayor French's house at 13 Richard Place. This is the house that the mayor built, that the mayor purchased in 1992. And according to what we could see, according to the building department records and the MLS, the mayor was issued a summons for building without a permit in July of 2011.
Not aware, but You showed me the summons.
I'm sorry, sir?
Not issued a summons, so keep going.
Well, if we go to,
Is there an action you'd like the council to take, sir?
yeah, I'm going to go full circle with this. I'm going to bring this back to Hen Island, but since you said that there wasn't a summons issued, I'd like to address that to you. I have a document here that says it's City of Rye record card. It says offenses. It's dated 7/1/2011, and it says number V000758, type. It says building without a permit, and it says action taken, possible finished attic. Now, I believe there's more than just a finished attic that you did, because the pictures that you had on the multiple listing service showed new kitchens, new bathrooms. It bragged about a new heating system that you put in, and I believe a new roof that was done in the mid-'90s, prior to '99 when you rented that home. So, like I said, I'd like to bring this back full circle. My question to you, Mr. Mayor...
I asked you about the summons. I'm not aware of the summons. You said
Well, it's a violation. Yeah, you
Violation.
can call it a summons. It says violation.
Violation? I'm not aware of a violation.
Okay, well...
Right? No, seriously, let's clear this up. I was not issued a violation, so
Yeah, if you would like, just what Mr. Tartaglione is referring to, he just passed out to the city council. It's what appears to be a printout of what anyone can go in and see at the building department. Simply because something is logged in, all complaints are logged in.
it's a complaint. Oh, so it's not a violation? it's a
No,
complaint.
exactly.
Oh, so they didn't issue the mayor...
No, somebody made a complaint.
Okay, so they didn't issue the mayor a violation
No,
yet?
somebody issued a complaint.
Okay, well, maybe you should be issued a violation, I'm not sure. But I'll defer to the city council. But I say that you have a house that you rented in '99 that has a CO for a two-family residence that you listed on the MLS service as a one-family.
No, it is zoned
And
as
there's-
it is zoned as a two-family, absolutely, but it was
I didn't say it
converted
was
when I bought
zoned, I said it was listed. You have a CO for a two-family,
Right.
and it's listed as a one-family on the MLS. You tried to sell the house as a one-family
No,
house.
it was converted to
I
a
have your
single-family
mortgage
when I bought it.
documents here.
No, is there an action before the council?
Yeah, I'm going to go full question, but you asking me questions, you're interrupting me. If you let me continue,
You're just
then
making
we'll
false
go full
statements.
question.
Go ahead.
So, according to these documents, it shows that you did a substantial amount of work illegally in your house without permits, without paying the appropriate taxes for the work that you did. That's what it appears. Now, you could tell us if I'm wrong or not. My question to you is, what contractor did the work? Is it possible that the Vopis did the work on your house, and maybe you were afraid that if you wrote violations on Hen Island, that they would expose you for doing the illegal work on your house? Is that a possibility?
Your method of deduction and your rationale, if there's an action before the council, we'd be more than happy to listen.
Well, I'm trying to see if this has anything to do with the reason why you're not enforcing the laws on Hen Island. We know that there's two places that you don't enforce the law. One is on Hen Island, and the second is at 13 Richard Place. So my question to you is there a connection between you not enforcing the laws on Hen Island and you not enforcing the laws in your house?
Well, there's no connection because Hen Island, you have yet to make a compelling argument to us.
A compelling argument? They collect water from the roof?
No, because
bird feces infected
your
water,
claim
and they
that-
pump it into the house and use it, and that's
The
not...
county has said
okay.
just the opposite of what you have said.
We're going to go back and play the name game again.
No, the county has not agreed with any of your complaints.
How about you, Mr. Mayor? Do you agree?
It's not about what I say, okay? It's not my personal opinion here.
You're the mayor. You're the chief enforcement officer
No,
in
the
this
city
city.
manager is the chief enforcement officer.
You are the mayor. You're where the buck stops. And you're the guy that not only is not enforcing the laws on Hen Island, you're not doing it in your own house.
Read the city charter. We are a city manager form of government with a weak mayor. I run the legislature, he runs the enforcement and administration. Okay? So is there an action before the council you'd like to make?
Yes, I'd like your resignation.
I'd be more than happy to give it. Thank you.
You give it?
I'm joking.
Oh.
And you know, people take you more seriously in this town if you didn't do some of the antics and the tactics, but it's hard to take you seriously.
Don't take this and turn this
No,
around.
I'm
Don't
just
take this
saying.
and turn it around about me.
You haven't
When
made
you
a
just
compelling argument.
reconstructed a whole house with no permits, don't turn it around about me. This is about you. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
No.
You're the mayor. You're the one that sets an example in this place. You wanted to know what I tell the children? What do you tell the children? That you're supposed to lead by example?
I do lead by example. You're making claims that you can't back up. And just like
Let's let the people judge.
I think this community would
These
take you more
documents will all be-
seriously if you respected this community
These
and
doc-
and stopped some of your
These
antics.
documents will all be
And had a
public
compelling
record.
argument to this council.
These documents
But
will-
everything you've said, the county disagrees with.
These documents will all be public record. Let the people look at them. They could see them on healtheharbor.com. They're
Thank
available
you.
tonight.
Perfect. Any other residents? Okay. Any other new business? I just comment on the episode that happened tonight. Obviously, Mr. Tartaglione is making this personal. The violation that he's referring to is a third floor that it was sheetrock. There's no heating, there's no plumbing up there, there's no, that somebody, when we were showing the house, told the building department it was a violation. It's not a violation.
Yeah, what's recorded is someone called in and made a complaint.
Somebody called in and made a complaint. The other charge that he's referring to, putting on a new roof, it's, you know, what families do here in Rye. Unfortunately, he's trying to make it personal, and so just, you know, it is what it is. Okay. So that's where we stand. Any other new business? Motion to adjourn? All in favor, say aye.
Second.
Okay.